Good evening and welcome to another installment of the New York Minute Sports Show. The Run It Back Yanks got a brand new look as they shut the Mariners out. It's New York Minute Sports. It's New York Sports for New York Nuts. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's go! Well, there you have it, folks. Welcome to another installment of the New York Minute Sports Show. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Yankees win 5-0. Get there. Run it back. Yanks got a new look because we have the same team as last year, but they're winning differently. This is the version of the New York Yankees that I want to see all year long. First game of the season, 7-0 against the Giants. Now tonight, 5-0 against the Mariners. And guess what? No long balls involved, folks. No long balls at all. And that's when the New York Yankees are going well. And that's the version of the New York Yankees that you want to see. The pitching's been dominant, but we'll get to that. But tonight's version of the Yankees speed, making things happen on the base pads. Cody Bellinger stealing that bag where Big Slumper throws it into the outfield and Trent Grisham scores from third base. That's the new look New York Yankees. The hit and run from third base the other night. The aggressiveness on the bags. No more station-to-station New York Yankees, whether it's home run or nothing, and there's absolutely zero speed on the bags. What I think the New York Yankees are doing now is they're using the approach that every single team used against them for the last 3 years, especially the Dodgers in the World Series 2 years ago. And what is that, you might ask? That is making things happen in baseball and not waiting for them to happen to you. And that was a perfect example tonight with Cody Bellinger on the bag. We've got speed all over the place, whether it's Jazz Chisholm, Caballero, Cody Bellinger, even Aaron Judge can steal bags. Hell, even Big G was stealing a bag on the wild pitch tonight, and he looked like he was turning the clock back and turned into Michael Stanton, but we'll get to his big night. But the New York Yankees are working at bats. If you look what they did against the starting pitching tonight, they jumped on an early, and that's exactly what you need to do against big aces in Major League Baseball. You need to get on them in the first inning before they start settling down, and that's exactly what the Mariners pitcher Gilbert did tonight. But the Yankees with Ben Rice and Big G hitting 500 with the blue single tonight, got on the board with 2-0, and then the Yankees start to make things happen. Jazz Chisholm had a stolen base. Cody Bellinger makes something happen. So I like the way that the New York Yankees are playing exciting baseball. Now, I don't like the version of the Yankees that we saw the other night, where it's either long ball or nothing. And that's the New York Yankees that we cannot have, because the Yankees that score 5 to 7 runs without scoring any home runs or hitting any home runs is the New York Yankees that we need. Also, like I've said before, the tandem of Jazz and Caballero, it did get broken up tonight with Escara being in the lineup, but I like that tandem of the 6-7 with Jazz Chisholm and Caballero. They're working together in the field, and now they can work together in the batter's box and also stealing bags and the hit and run. The Yankees are deep. They have athleticism, and now they have options. And one of their biggest options, and probably will be the New York Yankees starting pitching number one option, the ace of the New York Yankees, Max Fried. And he showed you exactly why. Max Fried is considered an ace, 4-time Gold Glover, and he was dealing on the bump tonight. 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, no runs, and 6 Ks. You want to know the scariest thing about Max Fried? He doesn't even have his stuff yet. He doesn't even really have total control. And that's a scary situation. If you noticed in his first start against the Giants, he did have no control and still went 6 innings and got the win. This is how much he's matured as a New York Yankee, and you can see him growing in front of our eyes. Also, worth all the money that Brian Cashman spent on him. I know there was a lot of detractors when we got Max Fried in the Juan Soto pivot. And everyone was saying he's injury prone and he's this and he's that on the Atlanta Braves. And he's not big in the big moment and stuff. Max Fried is a straight up assassin. And tonight he proved that in Seattle. Now, my question to you, Yankee fans, is this the biggest lefty acquisition that we have had on the New York Yankees impact wise since CC Sabathia? Let me know in the comments below, because I know it's not Carlos Rodon. Got scrambled eggs in my brain, chips in my elbow, and now a hammy problem. If you didn't hear today during the game, they actually said before the broadcast went on the air that Carlos Rodon's rehab assignment has been pushed back because he was running sprints today and hurt the back of his leg. So, you know what? That's another good thing. You got to go back to the days of last year where we had Cookie Carrasco and Marcus Stroman as two of the starting pitchers in our rotation last year. So a lot of people are complaining about guys going down and stuff. We have so much depth, especially Elmer Rodriguez Cruz, who I think might get the nod from AAA to come up, or Luis Gil might get the nod to come up. And that's the greatest thing about the New York Yankees pitching. It's so deep. And Luis Gil was kept back in spring training to work on some of his stuff. Possible injury, maybe slow him down a little bit because they were ramping him up pretty fast. And with the guys playing in the World Baseball Classic, Luis Gil had a lot of reps under his arm. But the guy that was doing reps tonight and usually doing reps in the gym is none other than Big G. Yo, my boy Big G's hitting 500 with an on-base percentage of 500 and a slugging of 700. All right, I think that works out. I failed math like about 6 times, but that's about a 1,300 OPS. And Giancarlo Stanton is doing everything he can right now to throw the New York Yankees on his back. Now, I know that we like to joke about Giancarlo Stanton. I even say that he looks like Frankenstein wearing snowshoes in the sand, but I digress. He does get hurt a lot. But what I've said on this show before is in 77 games last year, he had 24 home runs and 77 RBIs. That's insane. And the pace that he is starting the season open with is also insane. The one thing that you got to give Giancarlo Stanton credit for is the fact that when Aaron Judge goes MIA, who's hitting 167 to open up the season, when he goes MIA or Aaron Judge hits his big toe on the wall out in L.A., Giancarlo Stanton always steps up to the plate, no pun intended. Also does the same thing in the playoffs, and that's why he's Big G. And to soften the blow, if you're going to complain about Big G, just to let you know, the Marlins are paying $11 million of that salary now, and the Yankees are only on the hook for $16 million from Big G. But you know what? Another thing I'm going to sing the praises of Big G about tonight is you have never heard a complaint out of that guy's mouth. Not an ill word. Every single interview is nothing but professionalism. And you know what? When he does get shit for being injured, he calls himself out and says, you know what? Yeah, I do get hurt a lot, but hopefully I make up for it when I'm on the diamond. And Big G is carrying the New York Yankees tonight. Other people making waves tonight in the batter's box. My boy, Trent Grisham, he's starting to wake up. Great play in center field tonight. 2 hits tonight. Trent Grisham, 2 hits, 1 strikeout, but he was on base. Scored a run on the Cody Bellinger stolen base with the pass ball, but Trent Grisham looks like he's waking up from his slumber. Ben Rice is doing Ben Rice things. Big G, now we can see if Aaron Judge is going to come around. Even Jazz Chisholm had a hit tonight, and also Jazz Chisholm should be banned from any challenges. Just saying. Aaron Boone said in spring training, let's not let the emotional guys on the team challenge calls, and I think Jazz is that guy. But listen, Let Jazz warm up. Let him get into some warm weather. It looks like he's not liking Seattle, but he got a hit tonight. He's looking smooth over at second base. He's another guy stealing bags. He adds another dynamic, athletic situation to the New York Yankees, and they were looking good tonight. So tomorrow, we got an early game. It's 1 o'clock on the West Coast, so it's going to be around 4 o'clock. Yes Network coverage starts at 3 o'clock. We got Killer Cam Schlittler going tomorrow. Remember, his first outing was dominant. Went about 5.5, 8 Ks, got the win, and he goes up against Kirby for the Seattle Mariners tomorrow. So, hey, the New York Yankees are cooking with Crisco, folks. They're tied in first place with the Toronto Blue Jays 4-1 after winning 5-0 tonight, and their third shutout of the year. And this is the New York Yankees that I like to watch, not the station to station. Act like you run like you got a coat hanger in your back. And also, how could I forget Tim, King of the Hill from AutoZone, the Gumby AutoZone man. Hey, Tim, your wife's on the phone. Tell her I'll call her back after my 6th beer. Tim Hill has been absolutely lights out in the bullpen so far this season, and also props to Hedrick. That's why the New York Yankees were so high on this guy, and props to Matt Blake and your pitching lab. Thank you for the pitching lab, because the New York Yankees now are a pitching-first team. Gone are the days of the Bronx Bombers. It's pitching, pitching, pitching for the Yankees. And go over to New York Minute. That's NEWYRKMIN on Instagram. Anywhere in that smoke wagon you call the information superhighway, you can find New York Minute Sports. Going to be putting shows out during the afternoon. Going to be going live. Don't forget to hit your notifications. And don't forget to like. And don't forget to subscribe. Helps me in the algorithm. And remember, if you can't be good, be bad, baby. Good night, Canada. Bye.